Like and subscribe on the way in the door, people. Today I want to talk about, is Steph Curry good for the NBA? Let me start off by saying that I'm definitely a Steph Curry fan. Like, I love his skill. You know, to me, I mean, obviously, he's probably the greatest shooter in the history of the game, right? But I also think some parts of his game are underrated because he's known as being such a great shooter. Like, I think people talk about Kyrie Irving's handles. Steph Curry has some phenomenal handles. And he had some great moves getting to the basket. So I think some of his game gets underrated. But my question is he good for the long term of the NBA? Because the NBA is a copycat league, pretty much. And I see it this way. Just because Steph Curry is phenomenal at shooting threes from anywhere on the court doesn't mean everyone should be trying to do that. Like, to me, the amount of players trying to shoot threes versus the amount of players that should be actually trying to shoot threes is ridiculous. And if you think about it in the long term, if something doesn't change I think the game needs to go back to an inside-out game. Because if it keeps going in the direction that it is, with everyone trying to shoot threes, I mean, can you imagine a game where 90% of the game is players just crossing the half-court line and firing away? That game is going to get old to watch really quickly. And, you know, I feel like Steph Curry is one of those players, because of his greatness, has influenced a whole generation of players. Kind of like the same way, not to the same degree, but in the same way that Jordan influenced a whole generation of players. But the difference is Jordan's style of play was much more entertaining to watch. You know, the problem with today's NBA, I think, is it's not enough resistance. And tough times really show you who the greatest players are. You know, putting some obstacles in the way. So the inside-out game, to me, you know, when they had the post players, was a little bit more of a grind, but it felt more meaningful. You know, if you could score in a paint that's clogged with 3 or 4 players, to me, that's much more exciting than watching someone come down and fire from half court. I mean, that's me. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments. But yeah, so, and then the other thing that I think is it has created this live by the 3, die by the 3 kind of mentality in the league, which is what, to me it's a lot more blowouts that happen, because all it takes is, you know, for one team to be hot from 3 and you got yourself a blowout. But by that same token, it's like, if you're trying to trade 3 for 3, if you're the team that's not hot, it's going to be a bad night for you. And you're bombing away threes instead of taking higher percentage shots, some 2s that could keep you a little closer to the game, so that by the end of the game, you still have a fighting chance. So yeah, that's my question to you guys. What do you think Steph Curry's effect on the NBA in the long term is gonna be? Despite him being great. Like I said, this is not a knock on Steph Curry. It just is what it is. It's when you have a player who's great in something, you're gonna have people trying to emulate that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Y'all have a good day. All right.